With just 2 weeks remaining of the season, yeah, just 2 weeks, man, time is flying by, but we have got a few things to finish up in Destiny 2, and so let's get back in with the weekly reset. And we're kind of wondering what to expect inside of the game this week. There was some anticipation maybe we'd see kind of a finale for the end of the season. There are some interesting things taking place, some ominous new music in the tower. So we'll talk about that, all of the content previews and teasers. Then of course we have the rest of the reset stuff for the week, activities, vendors, rewards, and all that good stuff. But guys, before we get into it, currently you can save a massive 30% at Now Drinks using code Houndish. So if you're looking for performance drinks to improve focus and memory while gaming, but with all natural ingredients, then be sure to check out Now Drinks, as they are super tasty and refreshing. And once again, you can get 30% off with code Houndish, which is pretty awesome. So the link for that is in the description below. So initially jumping in right here, of course this week is a pretty interesting one, because a few players last week actually saw a notification in the game that said help Rasputin to destroy the Almighty, and that was in one of the This Week in Destiny cards, but it appears that one may have been showing up a little bit early. I don't have a screenshot of it right here, but the one showing up on the weekly reset threads at the moment is to continue assisting Rasputin to destroy the Almighty, so it looks like maybe we've got another week or so of work to do. That is, unless we get some kind of conclusion or further story quests or something like that kicking off later on this week, so I will keep you posted. But we do have that teaser for the pyramids, which yet again have made some progress right here. And I believe folks are saying this is Neptune right here on the outside of the system that the ships have now reached, so pretty soon we're going to be learning more about these, and of course we're only 2 weeks away from the start of a new season, so yeah, going to be pretty interesting stuff. Another reason potentially something could kick off this week is that there is some rather ominous sounding new music in the tower, so you'll hear this once you load in. Sounds very, very dark. I'm not sure if this music potentially relates to upcoming content associated with Rasputin and destroying Almighty, or whether it's linked to the pyramids. It definitely sounds pretty dark, so interesting to see some real-time changes like that actually happening in the game, and give us your thoughts about it down below. Getting into the rest of the reset stuff though, a quick look at the store right here. Of course we've got all of our silver items on the front page, but also in the Bright Dust section we have the Feline Fancy emote, as well as the Infinity Cubes emote, and the Mercurial Affliction, which is an ornament right there for the Outbreak Perfected, the Trollsy looking one, which is pretty cool. We've also got the Seaver Emergence Transmat Effect, and then some consumables, but on the main Bright Dust page, we've got the Another emote, we've also got the Nucleus Shell, and then the Immoderate Splendor Sparrow, as well as the Husk Crushers for the Titan's Dune Marchers. And I'm seeing the Lux Treads, which is the Titan Universal Ornament Boots, as well as the Splice of Life ornament for Lord of Wolves, and the Savage Haymaker Finisher. And then on the bottom row we've got Nightmare Emergence, Neo Pop Wave, and once again, other consumables and things like that. Onto our Pinnacle drops though, once again, a bunch of them living on the moon, so we've got the Pit of Heresy with Pinnacle drops, and then the Garden of Salvation. This week the challenge is a link to the chain, but then also we have Nightmare Hunt, so we've got Anguish, as well as Servitude, and Pride available this week. Don't forget that you can also get your Pinnacle drops out of playlists including Crucible, Gambit, and the Vanguard. And for this week's Nightfall Ordeal, we have the Tree of Probabilities, so have fun if you do jump into that one. But for the OG, or traditional Nightfalls that have exclusive loot drops, we have the Inverted Spire. This one drops the Trichromatica Ghost Shell. We've also got Savathun Song, where you can get the Duty-Bound Auto Rifle, and Warden of Nothing, where you can get the Warden's Law Hand Cannon, all pretty cool drops. The featured playlist in Crucible will be Mayhem and Breakthrough, and then of course Trials is coming back later on Friday's Daily Reset. And then to some of our legacy content, in the Menagerie, we have modifiers of Void Singe, Iron, and Heavyweight today, but Heroic gets Extinguish, Iron, Blackout, and Void Singe, and the boss this week should be Hasapiko. If you're jumping into Year 1 Leviathan Prestige raids, we've got modifiers of Gladiator, and then Arms Master, requiring a kinetic shotgun, an energy auto rifle, and a rocket launcher in the power slot. And then there is the Reckoning today, with modifiers of Solar Singe and Grenadier, and then the featured loot will be Last Man Standing, Night Watch, Lonesome, Soul Survivor, and Just In Case, dropping from the Swords bosses. Moving to other Year 1 content, we have the Escalation Kronicle, and the boss this week is going to be Damkath the Mask, which means the sniper rifle is available as a random drop when you take the boss down. But as always, let's not forget the Dreaming City, and this week's Ascendant challenge is going to be the first challenge in the cycle, so we've got Ouroborea, which is the challenge accessed via Aphelios Rest over here in the Strand. But if you do want gameplay of the location, corrupted eggs, and collectibles for that challenge, then it will run at the end of the video. We should mention a couple of things right here. Initially, with the season coming to a close in a couple of weeks' time, many of the rewards, activities, quests, triumphs, and a bunch of other stuff are going to go away. So if you missed that in any of the previous updates, I will link the list of content that's going to go away with the end of the season on June 9th down in the description box below. But also Bungie have been updating the known issues list, so we've got a few error codes: beaver, anteater, rabbit, and watercress, which there are heightened reports of at the moment. They're also looking into an issue where players who used Bright Dust to purchase the Painted Eye Shell received the beautiful Gravity Ship instead, players not receiving rewards from the Garden of Salvation, not receiving progress on Crucible, Iron Banner, related quests and bounties, and other things like the Wealth of the Emperor buff not going away even when the Chalice is perfected, the Hunter's Knife not hitting crit spots on Vex Goblins, and then the Trials of Osiris emblems and collection category cannot be viewed until a player has earned the items. The Forged in Fire Crucible badge cannot be obtained, and then some triumphs will display a progress bar, even though only one objective needs to be completed. And there are a few other things that may apply to you, which you can check out in the known issues list down below. But of course, with the season update dropping in a couple of weeks as well, there's potential that Bungie could fix a few of those problems. For today though guys, that is everything we have to round up in the weekly reset, so I'll keep you posted any additional quests, news, and things worth knowing about the game, so be sure to get subscribed here on the channel and turn on notifications if you haven't already and want to keep up to date with everything that we're talking about. But otherwise, if you have enjoyed the video today guys, a rating down below really does help me out. Also let us know any stuff that you're wrapping up before the end of the season. But otherwise for now guys, I appreciate you tuning in and hope you have an awesome day.